Right, as we discussed, I'm gonna go take a look at that sawmill over there. See if it's something we can't use in the very near future.
Okay, Dusty, I'll mooch around here for a bit and just see if there's anything useful that we can get our hands on. So it has definitely sunk in that we are stuck here. Certainly stuck here for the immediate future. So we need to pull out all the stops and somehow start to, start to survive, start to make some money, start to find somewhere to live. We can't live on the canvas for the foreseeable future. And I'm thinking that this is the place to kind of camp ourselves. Dusty agrees that as long as there's nothing untoward going on down here, then we may as well move in. And I've got a feeling that none of this has been lived in for a long while. Don't even know if any of these are open. No, they're locked up. No harm in possibly smashing in if we needed to, but I'd rather not. Yeah, they're all locked. They're all empty. Wonder if this barn opens up. No, I don't think it does. So, the idea is if we can base ourselves down here, if anything does come through from a traffic point of view, then we can see if we can hitch a lift out of here. But for now, this is it. This is life. This is home. Oh, I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but it is. So what are your thoughts then, Dusty? Is it looking operational?
Well, I reckon we can get this place up and running if we tried. Might need a little bit of maintenance, but that's fine.
So what are you thinking, Dusty? Fell a couple of trees with the chainsaw that we've got and haul it down here and process it?
Yeah, well, the key things we're gonna need, YouTube guy, are somewhere to live and something to eat. We can break in and live somewhere, that's fine, but we might as well build ourselves our own homestead. Don't trust any of these other buildings around here. They look like they're gonna fall in the ground any minute now.
Yeah, I agree with that. They are looking a bit shaky. Okay, so we need lumber so we can build our own homestead to get going, but we also going to need food, right?
That's right. And that's a little bit more of a sticky situation, I must admit. We're going to need to find ourselves a plow. There's plenty of old bags of seed and God knows what else kicking around in that barn over there. That's fine. It's machinery we need. Worst case scenario, I can fabricate something if we need to.
Right, well, we've got a couple of woods that we haven't checked yet, and I think it makes sense just to do that, just to make sure that there's nothing else out there that could be useful. Why don't we jump back on the tractor, head back northeast-ish, I think, and work our way back round, have a quick check, and see what we get to.
What do you fancy about doing that on your own, YouTube guy? If I can have a couple of hours down here, I reckon I might be able to get this sawmill up and running, you see.
Okay, I am a bit nervous about going out there on my own.
YouTube guy, if you ain't realized by now, then you never will. There ain't nothing out there. This is the situation we are finding ourselves in right now. You need to man up a couple and get out there and do some damn work.
You know what? You're right. Okay, I will jump on the tractor. I'm going to head northeast. Let's have a quick look on the map, at least so we've got an idea. Worst case scenario, we can set ourselves a meeting point and, you know, we'll be good. We're down here in 56 then, Dusty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head straight east, basically along the road that we came in on, which is kind of through here somewhere. And I'm going to check out that big forest over there, which is in 3940, 4950. And then I might just kind of come back around. We know there's not a huge amount around here because that's near the old farmhouse. Got the lake there. Maybe have a look at this plot here, 2928. There's another one up here, 19. These are just too small, the ones in 17 and 18. And then the only other one is that massive one, which is due west of the main homestead, kind of northwest from where we are now. So I reckon I can cover that fairly quickly. Now I've got the tractor. Let's say that if I'm not back here in a couple of hours, maybe you want to head up to the homestead, head up to the old farm, and then we can rendezvous there if anything's happening.
Right, 2 hours from now, I'll come and see you at the old farm. Sounds like a plan, YouTube guy. Nice to see you're on board.
So we're still scrabbling around a bit here, trying to find our feet, but I think this is the way forward. There we go. I'm not keen on going out here on my own, but Dusty is right. You know what? There is nothing out here. There's really nothing to be worried about. It's just the kind of loneliness of the place that kind of freaks me out a bit. Not what I'm used to. Used to a big city centre. Right, so I'm going to head left here. Basically heading east and back out the way we came in. I'm going to very quickly just have an eye as I go past. Now there's nothing in there because we kind of looked around there when we first got into town. There is an old truck there though. I do wonder if that could be made operational. Who knows? That's one for Dusty to have a look at. I'll have a skip through this one, but then that big one right over there is where I'm headed. There's nothing in here I can see just by going past. It's nice and open. If there are any vehicles or any shacks or anything in there, we'd be able to see it. Okay, let's press on then. I'm pretty much here. This is the main wood I want to look at on the left. Even this actually is pretty wide open. So I think I'm just going to cruise through, have a look through the trees. I mean, a lot of these, as you can see, are quite young. It's not going to take me long at all, I don't think. I just hope we find something worth using, but I have no idea why there would be anything out here. Yeah, you know what? I don't think there's anything in here. I can see almost right out the back. Yeah, it's not as dense as I thought it would be. I was just going on memory when we came in with that guy who gave us a lift. I just thought this was much denser, much bigger than it was, but it isn't. Even from here, look, I can see the tractor very easily, and it's... yeah, I can see back out the other side, so... I don't think there's anything in this one. In which case, I think our luck is running short. Come on, girl, what's the matter with you? Oh, this is not good news. Dusty's looked at this. He said it was going to be more reliable. I don't even know what to look for. I'm just going to keep trying. Come on, give it a go. Oh, thank goodness for that. Wow, that was panic stations.
Well, there's a lot of dust in there, I must admit, but it ain't caused no damage. I reckon we get some lumber in here, we can get this thing turning. A lot of the blades are rusted, but she'll be good enough for what we need. Now, I wonder how the YouTube guys getting on. I'm gonna take a stroll back up to the old farm, meet them up there.
I'm just about to climb another hill. I'm just kind of northeast in terms of the map, and the main farm is, I think, just behind those trees there. So I thought I'd just see if I can climb up a bit, get a view. It's not as steep as the one that I went up the other day with Dusty. Here we go, get some speed going. Right, let's just see if I can work out where we are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the farm is just behind this set of trees right in front of me. But the big set, the real big wood, is that big mammoth thing right over in the distance there. So I'm going to creep along the top, stay high I reckon, see if I can see anything. And fingers crossed we might come across something that is worth keeping. Still cracking on, I've just been following the ridge line. As you can see, eventually we're going to get to the point where we came up the other day. Somewhere down there is our camp. Not that I can see it, but it just shows how vast this place is. I can't even see the main area where we've got the gas station and the sawmill. picking my way through the trees here. Starting to lose my bearings a bit. I think that hot air balloon is distracting me. I keep following it, but actually it's moving and it's throwing me off. I think that's the wood I'm aiming for. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that is the wood I'm aiming for. So I'm going to head myself down and have a mooch around. I think we'll start from the top end and work down the bank. Here we are then. It's pretty steep, but I have every confidence that this has got grip. Tyres aren't too bad on this whole thing, to be honest. So here we go. Oh, it's looking a bit dark in there, I must admit. Oh, a bit slippy. What I don't want to do is turn the engine off again. Petrified, it's not going to start. Well, I've only got about 20 minutes in here before I need to go and see Dusty. I must admit, this is looking a bit more promising. It is dark. I don't know whether or not I've taken the right route though. It's probably not a good idea. No, I'll be alright. I'm going to pick my way through and see if there's anything worth finding.
Well, it's been almost 2 hours. Thought the YouTube guy would be here by now. I'm running a little behind schedule. Well, it'll do him good to be out there on his own. We might man him up a little, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna have a little poke around in this shed again here, see if there ain't something I can find that I might want to keep.
Started to level out now, as you can see, and it is definitely thicker. There's not much up there. You can still see through the trees, but I think if anything's going to be found, it'll be in this place. Quite a lot of undergrowth, a lot of shrubbery. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm just hoping. I don't even know what it is we're looking for. I'm just looking for anything that could be of use. I'd love to find a truck. That would be absolutely peachy. Right, I'm going to come out and head back in again, I think. What's that through there? Yeah, there's definitely something through there. Something metallic? Something white? What is it? Well, at least I found something. I know what that is. That's a caravan. Look at it, hey! It's a touring trailer. Not bad. Anybody in? No, can't get the door open. It's been there a while. It's pretty scabby. Ah, there might be some gas in those bottles. That could be useful. Good to know. But there's nothing else around. Kind of expect to see a truck or something, but no, there's nothing. But that is a find. I don't know if it's going to be of any use to us whatsoever. Do you know what? I wonder if I can hitch it up. What have we got here? Ball joint. I wonder. I don't think I can get that on the back of there. That is going to be really annoying. Some old chains might be able to tie it together. Let me give it a go, and if not, I can go back and... Oh, damn, what time is it? I need to be back to see Dusty. I think he'll be alright. He's going to not worry about me. I'm more likely to worry about him. Okay, let me see if I can back this up. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Do you know what? I think I'm on. Whether or not this thing will stay together when I pull it, I do not know. But let's give it a go. Is it coming? Yeah, it's rolling. Nice. I found myself a caravan. Hey! Now I've just got to find myself my way back to the farm. Where the hell am I going? I think I'm heading in the right direction. I can see some sort of building there. Unless that's our tent, it could be our camp, I suppose. That would be annoying. And it is as well. But at least I know where we're going from there. So I need to head slightly west a bit. And over there. I think that's the top of the water tower I can see.
Well, I can hear something coming in the distance. That's gotta be the YouTube guy.
There we are, we made it. Starting to get my bearings ever so slightly. What is the time? Let's have a quick look at the old situation. 12 o'clock, yeah. I've been out there a good couple of hours. I said I would be. I'm a bit late. In fact, I'm an hour after where I would be. I'm sure Dusty will be fine.
What do you got, YouTube guy? That's looking pretty good.
Yeah, what do you reckon? I basically went all the way around the map, exactly what I said. So I went out to the east, I kind of went up north, came right along the top, along the ridge behind me, and then dropped down into the big wood just to the west of us. And that is where I found this old thing. I was hoping to find a truck, but there wasn't anything there.
Well, that's alright, YouTube guy. I reckon I can still do something with this here.
Well, yeah, we can kip in it.
Trust me, you don't want to spend a night in this thing. Out here with the sun baking down. That'll be like sleeping in an oven.
Yeah, and I bet it stinks as well. So what are you thinking of doing with it then, Dusty?
Well, I reckon I could do something with the chassis here. The one thing we need right now is somewhere hauling logs. Oh, by the way, I managed to get the sawmill up and running.
Oh, that's brilliant news. So we got a way of making money. And if we got money, we got a way of buying food.
YouTube guy, we ain't gonna be buying no food around here. When the hell was the last truck that came through? It's not like they're getting regular deliveries here, YouTube guy. Well, we need a trailer to haul some logs down to the sawmill, yeah, I'll give you that. We're gonna have to make our own food. Get some crops in the ground. Why don't you grab the chainsaw? See if you can't drop a couple of those big trees behind me there. Chop them up into decent sized lengths. By the time you've done that, I reckon I'll have a trailer ready.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, chainsaw's in the shed, yeah? Okay, well, let's pick a tree. Probably best to do something that isn't going to land on top of us. I might go over the back, actually. Oh, no, but then we've got to haul it. I reckon this one right here on the edge of the lake is good enough. So, let's get it going. Okay, let's see how we get on. Oh, pretty good. Probably squashed a deer in there though. That's alright. Okay. So, Dusty wants these chopped up. I don't really know how long he wants these pieces to be, but sensible size, I suppose.
Those butane tanks are gonna come in helpful. Might as well keep them to the side. But as for the rest of this old caravan, I'm gonna rip her to pieces.
I'm making good progress. As you can see, these are about 1.5 meters. Me and Dusty can lift these between us, and that's no problem. Anything longer than that, it starts to get a bit too heavy to lift. I need to go and just get rid of all these branches here, and then I can finish off. But I think one tree will do for now. Not entirely sure what Dusty's plan is. He's been making a hell of a lot of racket over there. Yeah, I'll go check on him in a minute. I want to get this done first. Let's take these branches off. Nice and steady. Yeah, that's looking good. Great. Okay, so let's get these chopped into lengths. About there, I reckon. Just kind of eyeballing this, really. I'm not measuring anything. There we go. Pretty good work, actually. What I did forget is that there's that one I chopped down the other day. So I might as well just get this started again. Yeah. Might as well cut this down as well. Let's chop the leaves off and branches. But yeah, I think we're good. So I'm going to head over once I finish this and see what Dusty's getting up to, because I am curious to see what all that noises he's been making. Oh, Dusty, I love it. You've made us our own trailer.
That's right. How's she looking, YouTube guy?
I think she's an absolute peach. That's genius. So what did you just rip the whole thing apart and just rebuild it?
Well, to be honest, done this quite a few times in the past. You just gotta rip the body off, keep the chassis intact, then use the body panels to make yourself a new bed.
Do you know what? That is spot timing because I've just finished with those trees. Do you want to give me a hand? We can get them loaded on, get them over to the sawmill.
You see what we can achieve when we work as a team?
Yeah, Dusty, it's feeling good. It is feeling good.
Make sure you bend at the knees, YouTube guy.
Sure thing, Dusty. Right. 3, 2, 1. Well, that is not a bad job there. We've got, I don't know, how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the biggest logs on the back of this little trailer. I think that's all we're going to get on safely. It is a bit makeshift, but it's going to do the job. So Dusty and I are going to run this over to the sawmill now. And, well, I think we're just going to see whether Dusty's repairs have worked and whether the sawmill is operational.
You want to hop on the back, YouTube guy?
Yeah, I might as well. Rickety, but I'm sure it'll be alright.
Well, yeah, you can give me a holler if anything comes loose back there.
You know what? Today's probably been the first day since we've been here that I haven't felt anxious or worried about the situation. Feels like we're getting on. And actually, I've kind of conceded the fact that it is completely empty here. I keep feeling like something is watching me or something's behind a tree, but there's nothing here at all. I need to stop worrying and just get on with things. Well, let's have a quick look at where we are. It's 5 o'clock. It's April. The sun is shining. I think we've got a bit of cloud coming in. Dusty's got a plan. Things are starting to feel a bit more positive. Well, it looks like we're here. Right, I'm going to jump off. Dusty can pull it around the back and we'll help on strap.
Just gonna pull it round in the middle there. That's where we want to offload all this lumber.
Well, it certainly sounds operational. Let me just get my torch out of my pocket. There we go. It's a bit dark between the buildings. So you think this is going to work then, Dusty?
Well, I don't see why not. She's a rickety old beast, but I reckon it'll work.
And what's the idea once we've got all the lumber sorted and planed and everything?
First things first, if we want to build ourselves our own cabin, we can do. But above and beyond that, I reckon we can make some revenue here.
Okay, so we can start to generate an income through lumber, and then we can maybe start to purchase some equipment.
Where and how we're gonna get our hands on that equipment, I don't know right now. That's something you and I can think about in the near future. But right now, let's get the lumber offloaded and into the sawmill.
Okay, I'm going to unstrap this. 1, 2. Okay, let's see if we can get this in.
Well, now the lumber's in, let me show you what's going on. So right now, we've just loaded up the paper factory, as you can see. We got 1,963 lengths of lumber in there. That's gonna output us some cotton roll and some paper roll. That's how we're gonna make our first revenue up front and fast. Then I reckon we go back, we get the rest of those logs, bring them down here and put them in the sawmill. That's just over the way there. That way we can make some wooden planks and some furniture, but at the same time we got wood processed should we need it for anything else.
Dusty, that is legendary. Without you, I would be a dead man, literally.
Well, don't be too hard on yourself, YouTube guy. Behind every great man, there's always a weedy little helper.